Hello, my name is Opal Singleton. I'm the president and CEO of Million Kids. I've been talking with Sky Phillips, and he and I were talking about the Asian massage shootings that took place down in Atlanta and other towns in Georgia. And I wanted to give you a different perspective on it. Our organization combats human trafficking, sex trafficking, and all kinds of sex crimes. And it's fascinating to me as I studied this particular case and I hear the words of the perpetrator's parents and his own words. His name was Robert Arron Long, and I believe he went by Arron. And everybody's jumping on the bandwagon here that this is some sort of Asian hate crime. And we don't see evidence of that. He's saying himself that it wasn't related to race. There's even another theory. I had to bring this to you because sometimes I don't believe what I read here. They're calling it a crime based on male supremacy, okay? And that is a group of hate crimes or terrorism driven by an aggrieved male entitlement and a desire to preserve traditional gender roles. Nothing here indicates that that is going on. What Mr. Long is saying is that he had a tremendous sex addiction. He was addicted to pornography. Yes, he was raised in the church. He was raised by solid family that we can see. He was 21 years old and he had developed an intense sex addiction. I point that out because if you have someone in your life that's struggling with sex addiction, that's an addiction just like anything else. And you need to get assistance. You need to get counseling for it because like any other compulsive behavior, it can possess you and take you over. In this case, what he said is that he had done this kind of killing because he wanted to get revenge and get revenge against the porn industry and also against these particular facilities. Apparently, he had been in the habit of going into illicit massage parlors and purchasing illicit sex. What is like the giant in the room, the elephant in the room that nobody's talking about is he had a history of going into illicit massage parlors. Now, nobody deserves to die. These people are victims and they are true victims, but there are victims in ways that the other people in the world don't seem to be considering. You see, one of the things that we struggle with across the United States is that you have whole sex trafficking rings that bring in people from Korea, from China, from Taiwan, from Thailand, from Vietnam, from Cambodia, from Laos, and they will put them in illicit massage parlors. Now, before we get carried away, I'm not against massage parlors if they're legitimate. There's nothing better than a good massage. But there are also illegitimate massage parlors where rather than getting a back rub, you actually have various kinds of sexual activity that is going on. They are illegal. But what's even worse in these is that the women who work in these massage parlors are brought in often legally. Okay, they may come in on a student visa or a work visa, and they think they're going to have legitimate jobs. But when they get here, they find themselves into forced prostitution. And so some of these massage parlors, including some that Mr. Long had been to, were actually engaging in prostitution. And in these people's cases, even forced prostitution. So it's important that we understand that the women that are involved in these massage parlors are victims even long before you get to something like this shooting. So where's the dialogue about making sure that our community is safe and that people aren't being trafficked right there within our own cities? Because these people were victims all along. They were brought in. They're usually rotated from massage parlor to massage parlor under the same owner. There will be a large part of a ring often. They're usually not just an independent massage parlor. And this is all about money laundering and getting U.S. people to go to these massage parlors, have sex, and that money is usually laundered in a variety of ways. Sometimes it's laundered through gambling. And many of your casinos know about this, and they are very, very careful to make sure they're not used for money laundering. It's often laundered through banks, through check cashing stores, through buying and selling of diamonds, and sometimes buying and selling of real estate. Right here in Southern California, we've had 5 very large rings. One ring literally had 50 different bank accounts in 9 different banks, and they were buying and selling real estate to turn over the money. So, well, what has happened here is absolutely tragic. It's tragic for everyone. What I want you to see is 2 things. If you know someone who has a sex addiction, please try to get them help. Talk about it. It won't get better by yourself. These intense addictions like that need intervention. And second of all, take a look around your community. If you are seeing a massage parlor, and by the way, it isn't about race. These people can be from anywhere. They can be from Guatemala, they can be from Hungary, or they, in this case, can be from Korea. But they are being exploited, and we need to do what we need to do to take them down. You know, write to your or contact your local law enforcement if you believe you have a massage parlor in your area that is offering out illicit sex services. Do not get involved yourself, okay? And there is a reporting number that if you want to report that, it is 1-888-3737-888. Let me say it again. 1-888-3737-888. And that is how you can report if you think there's a facility in your area where people might be being exploited. Well, my heart goes out to everyone. My heart goes out to the families of the people that lost these victims. And, you know, I care deeply about the family of the person that committed the crime. This young man had a problem. He did not address it. And, you know, it was a problem that drove him to extreme consequences. But I also want you to know that I pray for anybody that might be trapped in one of those businesses where they're having to do forced sex. Usually the sex provider does not get to keep the money. The owners of these kinds of massage parlors, brothels, aromatherapy shops, skincare shops in some cases, where they're running underground sex, everybody loses. The community loses, the victims are highly violated, and nobody wins that. And that's the dialogue we ought to be having in this case. My name is Opal Singleton. The organization is Million Kids. I hope you will follow us at millionkids.org. Thank you.